Hello, my friends. I've been missing you guys. How are y'all on this fine Tuesday? Miss Ann, look, I'm gonna have to fix the lighting. I saw our berries were late coming in too. I'm gonna show you a picture of. I couldn't believe yesterday we were I had my brother check. We have our berries here at the house. You know, I'm about 2.5 hours south of where my mom lives. But our berries here, I had them. Gosh, they're gone. They were gone about probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. They come and went quick. They might be called dewberries. I don't know the difference between dewberries or blackberries. My mom calls them dewberries and my dad called them blackberries. But anyway, they were coming on, and I told my brother, I said, go check the terrace. There's a terrace between my place and his son's place. I said, go check the terrace and see if the blackberries are ready because I'm going to come in and do some picking. And he said, I don't even see any. So I said, well, gosh, ours is done coming on. So now I went when we were up there this week. We just got home last night. I couldn't believe it. I'm going to show you the dang. I couldn't believe it. My terrace didn't have anybody. I hate peas, a blank slate, Miss Ann. Hey, Miss Barb. I love you, lady. A blank slate, Barbara. So let me show you this picture. I just couldn't believe it. I told my niece, I went and got them. I said, y'all are not going to believe the darn berries. And I hope that you'll be able to tell on the picture yesterday. Okay. And this was not in the same spot. This was like, I'm going to try to get up close and personal. You can just red as far as you see. Now they're not ready yet. And we go to the next picture. Oh, that was a video. Hold on. This is the picture I want to show you. Look at that. All those little red dots are freaking berries that have not ripened yet. And then this is a different spot. Another big group of them. And then this is they've got some that have mixed that were ready. And I've never seen them like this before to where, hey, Miss Helen, how are you? To where you could, they were just like, let me see, I think I got a picture. Yeah, like this. I'd never seen them where you could just like grab a whole bunch of them, for them to be in a clump like that. But the ones we had here, they were huge, fat, and fine. Hey, One-Eyed Flo, what up, baby? Tammy Lou, Front Street, hello. Welcome, everybody. Bama Beauty, hey. Oh, you did get your, look what I got. I got me another one. Now, Bama Beauty, I was reading on something where they said that if you're getting a pineapple from the store and you want it to ripen, I'm trying to get, I know there's from my window, it said to, lay your pineapple when you're waiting for it to ripen, to lay it on the side and rotate it, because they said all the juices, he said, if you notice, actually it was a video, he said if you notice a pineapple's yellows at the bottom because they're usually sitting like that, that's where all the juice is gone. But they said while you're waiting for it to get to where you want it ripened, to lay it on its side and rotate it. That way it keeps the juices. So just letting you know, hey, Curious, how are you, babe? But Bama, hello. But anyway, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's a couple of videos, and I've tried it, that you can, if you got to have the pineapple really, really ripe. They say to roll it on your counter, roll it on the counter a lot, but you should be able to like grab these little segments and pull it out, and it leaves the core inside, and it's just the pineapple on. Now I've done it, but I had to take a knife and go around all my little things, but they did pull out, and it was like that. It was great to eat like that, but let me tell you, that pineapple cutter, that is the damn bomb.com. That's the best thing since sliced bread. I was so happy. I told my sister, I said, have you ever watched, you guys, let me just tell you something. That window that's got the light coming in, I have been going to paint it. Let me take it over there and show you guys. See if I can show you. I've been going to paint that dang window, and I was trying to decide what color. So I got one side painted blue and the other side painted red. Look at that. So anyway, needless to say, I haven't painted it, and I haven't freaking put my blind back up. So there's a glare coming in, but yeah, lay it on the side, they said. So I put bits of bottom. Oh, I know. I bet that's so good, team. Let me tell you something. I was in between two. I'm gonna make a Blackberry Cobbler. I was in between two different recipes. One of them, I watched this guy do it about 6 months ago. Okay, so I cook my berries on the stove, and then I, smash and get the seeds out because I hate seeds. But good to see you too, Barb. I love you, Peg. Hello. But this guy bought frozen pineapple, and he put the pineapple on the stove and let them cook with some sugar. And he used that as like the guts of the cobbler. You know what I mean? So, now he said it was good, but I thought about trying it like that. But he also used an emulser thing to get the season, and then it strained it. I always cook mine with sugar and and some butter, and then strain it like that. But I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way, I guess, today. But I bet it would be good with a cooked pineapple. So he cooked the pineapple down, put a little sugar on it, and cooked that on the stove. And while they were cooking, he started mashing them to break them down. And then he added the the blackberry juice to that, and put that in his cobbler. So that's a good idea too. I mean, I guess if you want it to have some substance, you know what I mean. My mom always just cooked it like I'm going to do it. And that's the way I know how. Hey, Miss Helen, you hungry now? I know. Well, let me show you how many we got. Now, we just stood in one spot, basically. I took a machete and a golf club so I could beat down the briars and make sure there wasn't no snakes. I always clap before I start picking because I was scared to death of a snake. But this was how many we got. And I mean, no kidding, God, this was just from standing in one spot. Like, so I didn't have to move. And there are tons more, and there's tons more. So I'm going to be going back. And you're kidding. Oh, Bambi, having babies. Well, I've got a couple of stray babies out in my yard. I said, wow, look at those little things out there. When I got back from the store this morning, I said 2 little strays, which I can't look. I got 2 cats in the house now, and I had one, and then we brought another one. And I'm telling you, I'm done. No more. But I got to tell y'all the funny part about my cat. So the first time, this tomcat I got, the one I had, the red one, it was my mom's, and he was getting under her feet, and she was scared he was going to make her fall. And so she said, you can have him if you want him. And so our dog had died. So anyway, I took him on. But so I told Mom, I said, well, before I take him home, I'm going to take him and get him fixed and get him groomed at the local vet there. And I said, maybe then he'll be, a little knocked out from the sedation, and the ride won't freak him out so bad. So I take him and drop him off, and she gets ready to do it. And she called me. She said, I got to tell you something. I said, what? She said, your cat's already been fixed. I said, oh shit, really? I mean, I didn't pay attention. I just took it from what my mom said. I never looked at his butt. Sorry, my hair is a mess. But so this time I take this little black cat. Well, my niece and them, whenever they gave him to tell me about him, told me about the other one. They said, it's a little Maine Coon. She's black, and she's just adorable. So they told me it was a little girl. So I took her to the vet, dropped her off, and they didn't say anything until I go pick her up the next day. And she said, well, the first thing I got to tell you is your cat's a boy. So I'm like, what? My nieces was with me that gave them to me, and they just died out laughing. And I said, what are y'all laughing for? I said, y'all are the ones that told me the darn thing was a girl. I said, you guys probably don't think, you guys here probably think I don't know my anatomy. First, I bring one in to have him neutered, and he's already been cut. And then I bring my little black cat thinking she was a girl cat, and she's a boy. So I said, there's some transgender stuff going on here. They started laughing. Well, when we left, my nieces were arguing over who was going to get to hold them on the way home. And of course, I had them in a carrier, a little, not plastic, but a cloth. I'm not a cloth. I don't know. It's vinyl. It's not a hard carrier. It's a soft carrier. And so anyway, one of the nieces called shotgun, and she won. And we didn't no more get out of the parking lot, you guys. And that cat started peeing. My cat started peeing. And she said, hey, Bridget, he's peeing. It's peeing. And I said, what do you want me to do about it? I mean, seriously, what do you want me to do about it? Just suck it up, Buttercup. You wanted to hold it. Suck it up. She said, it's going through his care. I said, I don't know what you want me to do about it. So she had to ride home with wet pants, and he peed a lot. So this is a long-haired cat. So when we got him out of the carrier, my other niece said, oh, he needs a bath. And I said, well, sugar, you normally don't bathe cats. I mean, they don't like water. Some of them, you got to start them out young, I think. But anyway, I called the vet. Now, you guys, I don't know what I was thinking, but I called the vet, and I had her on speakerphone. And I said, hey, I just left there. I said, the cat started peeing on the way home. And I said, it's like, it really needs a bath. Can I bathe it? Can I bathe it? And she said, yeah, you just need to make sure to be careful with its incisions. And I said, then is the incision on its belly And my niece said, no, the balls. And I said, oh, that's right. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, they got a big kick out of that. They said, you really don't know the difference between boy and girl, do you? Yeah. Yeah. It's all fun and games until the peeing starts. One eye flow. You right there. Yep. It's all fun. So anyway, my niece that didn't get to hold him. It's so weird to saying that, but she said, she had like a shit-eating grin on her face. And Emma said, what are you laughing about? She said, I'm not laughing. And I said, she's smiling because you called shotgun and she's glad she didn't, she lost this bet. I miss having a kitty in the family, but I have a dog that I never let. I've sworn not taking it. I know, Tammy Lou, my husband, when we got together, I met him 30 something years ago, but when we got together, I named him Rennie. My husband, okay, I have a Jeep Renegade. We call it Rennie. It's black. And so my husband said, let's call it Rennie. So this one's name is Rennie. So I didn't have to change his name because Rennie can go for boy or girl. But he, whenever I first met my husband, his late wife, she passed away, but rest in peace, Rose. She had bought him a blue heeler puppy. Well, I was raised in the South and we used blue heelers as to round up our cattle and stuff. That's blue heeler, red heeler. Those are the kind of dogs we had. And I told Mark, I said, is it inside dog? And he said, yeah. And I said, gosh, I said, we always had them, whatever. He said, and she's really, her name is Chica. He said, she's really, really peculiar. He said, you can't use the ice machine on the refrigerator. She goes crazy. If you pull like tinfoil off of a roll, she goes crazy. The doorbell makes it you think of it, you could, just about any little thing you do on a daily basis. He said, it sets the dog off. And I'm like, okay. And she did not like me from jump start. So anyway, there's some videos where on my channel, you have to go watch where I was doing my other niece was here and I was doing my Irish dancing. And the dog like attacks me and bites me. And anyway, Chica passed away. And thank God we weren't here. My mother-in-law lives 3 houses down, so she would come when we would go out of town and take care of it or whatever. She called early one Sunday morning and told Martha that she'd come up here. She'd come the night before and she was fine, and she'd come back up here and she was just passed away. So thank goodness we weren't here because I didn't care for her either, and everybody knew it, but we tolerated each other. But anyway, my family said, you poisoned her. I said, no, I wouldn't, and I would never do that to start with, but that would have been the joke. My brother and his wife come down to visit. And the bedroom they were staying in, the bathroom's across the hall. And Chica when she would growl, you guys, she would sound gnarly. She would show her teeth. Now, she never bit anybody, but she would like, and show her teeth. So my brother said he got up to go pee one night that they were here. And he said she was laying in the hallway in between the bedroom and the bathroom. And he said, I couldn't wait for you and Mark to get up. He said, so he held it. He went back to bed and he said, I held it. He said, I wasn't about to try to cross her because she like showed her teeth. So she was I don't know if she was vicious or if she was just a bully, Oh yeah, they're very smart dogs. Well, I guess Mark's late wife treated her like she was a baby, They never had children themselves, but he said that if there were stickers in the yard, she wouldn't freak out, wouldn't let her go out because the backyard's fenced in, plenty of room to run. She had her in and out. She didn't let her go outside, and they didn't have a lot of people come over. The only ones that come over was the boys and his mom, really, and a few friends here and there. But he said not anything to where, because she was kind of a recluse, and his wife was. But they are very smart. We've like I said, we've always had them, and they were good dogs, But they're kind of cattle or roundup dogs, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, that was a strange dog to have for an inside pet in the city, in my opinion. But it might have just been because I'm from the country. But he wants, I'm sure I need to show him this picture. I think this is the kind of dog he wants, but he's going to wait till he retires to have one. I'm eating these berries. Okay, I'm going to show y'all when I went to pick Rennie up from the vet. This couple was in there with a little dog. I don't want you to see how darn cute. It's a Boston Terrier, but it's a brown. It's brown. My niece used to have one, but it was black and white. But this one is a brown. Oh, let me see if I think I got it. Okay. Look at that. Is that not adorable? She said that they were normally not like that color. There, now I've never seen one that color. But back to the cat real quick. The vet told me that first of all, it would have been hard for me to have told if it was a boy or girl. I mean, I guess, you know. And she said that Maine Coons are like calicos. I didn't know this until not long ago, but about calicos. But do you guys know that the majority of them are not girl kittens? The majority of the kittens are boy cats. There's very few female kittens that are born. Hello, Simon. How are you, babe? When I flow, have you seen that color, the little brown? Aren't they cute? Wasn't that cute? But oh yeah, you're right, Blank Slate. They get antsy. We used to have a Jack Russell. My ex and I had Jack Russell, and that thing, I always said he had springs in his legs. We had French doors, and I'm not kidding you. When it would snow, Lucy would, that was her name, Lucy. She wanted to go out and play in the snow, and she would start jumping, and she would jump as high as the doorknob on our French doors. No kidding. I always said she had like springs in her legs. She was a sweet little, well, still is. I'm sure he still has her. Oh, I love me a Himalayan cat. And then my girlfriend had 2 Maine Coons, and she named them Sticks, and after the group, and I can't remember the other one. It was another group. I can't remember who she named it. But they were beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Commander, how are you, babe? They were beautiful, beautiful cats. And they looked like they were wearing breeches to me. You know what I mean? Like they were always wearing breeches. And this little cat, he has such a sweet disposition. I've got a video I'm going to upload, you guys. It's hilarious. Okay, so my tomcat did not like him when we first brought him in. He did not like it. He would hiss and just like didn't want anything to do with him. It took almost a couple of weeks before I guess he figured, well, he's not going anywhere or she's not going anywhere. I'm going to suck it up. Now they're like best friends, but they wrestle. And I guess, I trimmed their claws. Between, I keep their claws trimmed. I don't want them tearing my furniture up no more than they already have. But they get it. So they don't really claw each other. They bite each other. And I'm telling you what, they are funny to watch. Hey, don't you? Speaking of that, I thought one of them was scratching on my couch. But I'm going to get starting doing this. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn y'all around. I got to wash my berries first. Oh, shit. Damn it. I just knocked a ball of water over, and of course the lid wasn't on it. With a good towel. Hold on, just I gotta clean my mess up. I probably left the lid off. Okay, let me wash them real quick. And I'll be right back. I always could. My dad always made them. He always, when we would pick them, he would get a glass with either half and half or milk, and he would put the berries in there, and he would put some sugar on it, and kind of like mash them up. Oh my gosh! And just eat the milk would turn blue. They were so good. I do eat them like that. That's how I ate most of all of ours that we had here. Is I put them on in a glass with some milk and mash them, or half and half. Okay. Gosh, they are so pretty. I wish there was a way. I love the berries, and I love to eat. I mean, I could eat them raw, and the seeds don't really bother me. But in a cobbler, I guess it's just too much at one time. But I wish there was a way to keep the meat of them, and not have to strain them. But I don't know of a way to do that. If anybody knows a way, let me know. But I was going to do some filming when I was up at my mom's, but my sister was there from Florida, her and her husband, and he had lung cancer. He's been doing chemo and radiation. So they're going back to have his markers checked to see if if he's in remission. So they come up, and I thought, well, is this a come up goodbye visit? So they don't know. My sister doesn't know because they haven't had his markers checked. So they're going to do that when they get home. and let us know. But anyway, they live in the Orlando area outside of that. And so it took them about 3 days. They took their time coming. And so it was good to see them. Anyway, they were up there. And she is retired from the county. She worked for the sheriff's department and for years. And so she couldn't have social media. She worked in the jail department. And so she couldn't be on social media, couldn't have social media. And so she's so weird about her picture. I mean, even if I put one on Facebook, she's like weird about it, and she's not, they're both retired. He was an engineer for the county. They lived in Volusia County, but they're both retired now. And so she's still like weird. I mean, they love to take pictures, but she don't want them posted. And so I said, I told her, I said, I'm going to go live. And she's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, okay, whatever. She's the oldest. Her name is Cherry. I don't know what my mother was thinking because she caught hell growing up. But anyway, that's her name, Cherry. And it's funny. My 4 older sisters do not have middle names. They just have their name. But my mom gave me and my little brother, I might have to do with my dad because we've got a different dad than they had. Solitaire Smith, hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I missed you guys too. I wanted to go live, but like I said, it was just whenever, I don't know, it was just like, I felt like I was running like a chicken with my head cut off. It was like one thing after another, after another. I never really had time to breathe almost. I wanted to go to the cemetery. My dad, there was some ant beds. Yes, you got a stripper name. You ain't lying there. There was ant beds around the headstone, and I didn't even get a chance to go up there and take care of that. But I'm going to go back next week and do it. Hey, Miss Brenda, how are you? But we're making a Blackberry or Dewberry Cobbler. I know you can't see in that lot. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to cheat today, and I'm going to use frozen pie crust. Not frozen, but pre-made pie crust. Hold on a second. I got it. Oh, a little grass I missed. I don't guess a little grass will hurt you. I'm going to strain it anyway, but I used to make mud pies and used to eat them, with red clay. I didn't eat a whole lot of them, but I sure used to eat them. My girlfriend's grandparents had, hold on, they had their home was up off stilts. Their home was up, is an older home, and it was not on stilts, but it was built up off the ground. So we would get under that house and make mud pies when we were growing up. Fond memory. That house is still standing. It's actually where people go. A lot of people go and have their have pictures taken there. So the way I do mine is I just cover my berries in water and to turn them on and let them cook. But there was a lady. Hey, babe. Hey, I'm live. There was a lady that I was watching a video a couple weeks ago whenever I was thinking about making a cobbler for our berries, but she only had a handful, like seriously a handful, and she put a lot of water and a handful of those berries, and she made a cobbler like that, cooked it down. Hey, Alicia, how are you, babe? CM. I got you some. Let me tell you something. You guys, I'm so sorry. I got to get that mini blind hung up. Those darn windshield wipers, I could not believe. So I told them, I went to Advanced Auto. Is that where you said your mom went? Yep. Well, I had told the girl, I said, there's some windshield wipers that's supposed to have a warranty after a 2-year warranty. And she made a face. And then so she goes to the computer and she looked up and she said, the only way to get that is you have to pay extra $10. So those damn things was $25 a piece.
Yeah, that's what it does.
I can't believe that windshield wipers are that much. I don't guess I bought any in a long time. I was like, holy moly, I tried it. Well, let me just say it. Those are the mid-grade ones. They had some that was like $35 a piece, but you didn't get those. Those right there say over 75,000 miles or whatever. I don't know what the miles have to do with buying a windshield wiper, but anywho, I'm just telling you. But I didn't buy the warranty. I mean, the $10 thing.
How they gonna know what your mileage is? Unless you tell them.
I don't know. Don't get me lying. Don't get me lying on a Tuesday. I just got them for you. But can you believe that? Have y'all bought windshield wipers in them? 35 a piece, fam? I believe it. I mean, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. CM, I know Bama Beer. I was like in shock. I don't know what I thought. I hadn't bought any in a while, I guess, but I thought, damn, COVID made everything go up, huh? Everything. So anyway. Yeah, I know it's crazy. So I'm not going to add the sugar until let them cook a little bit. Let them cook down. And I might multitask. Anyway, I was telling you guys I bought pie crust to do instead of making the stuff. I'm gonna kind of do dumplings and a cobbler. Yes. How was work, babe? You guys did y'all have a good weekend? It rained just about every day that we were up at my brother's, my mom's, and our place. It rained just about every day. We got a shower. I apologize for the dang glare. I'm probably gonna have to move you guys. I'm gonna put you over here and see if it's a little better. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, yes, mucho better. No glare. I hate, Commander, why do they even have Top Chat? I mean, if YouTube was to ask me anything, I would tell them to we don't need Top Chat. Top Chat. My little thing just broke. My hair clip. But I'm trying to get you guys so y'all can see. Okay, maybe y'all see more of that. I don't even know why they have Top Chat. I have no idea what the purpose of that is. Really, I don't. Because it makes me mad whenever, especially if you like are watching a live or a stream and you have to go or you go to another and you come back, you gotta pick live chat again, all that crap. Pain in the butt. I don't know if YouTube gets people's opinion, but they ought to have a something where you can tell them. We can tell them. They probably don't give a crap what we think, right? Oh, a concert. Hi, Pete. Who'd you go see? There's a little place here that it is such a hey, a real angel. How are you, babe? Anybody I've missed? Hello. Hello and welcome. We're making a Blackberry or Dewberry Cobbler. There's a little venue around here, and how many people do you think that place sits, babe? No more than 200, huh?
Oh no.
About 150 people. And it's just a big room with a stage. And they have like those fold-out chairs lined up. And there's tickets usually are $75, $50, usually depending on the group. Now I saw, and they're not real big names. I'll tell you, like, Deanne Carter come. She was one we went and saw. The Bellamy Brothers. Rose-colored glasses. That Conley, is that his name? He sings Rose-colored glasses. He was there. So it really for very intimate. But there's a VIP you can pay, and I think that they said that you can you have dinner and maybe you get to talk to them afterwards or whatever. But the way this was laid out, I think you could talk to any of them. Oh, Stevie Nicks and Billy Joel, Sheryl Crow. Oh my God, I bet that was awesome. Hardy and the girl. I just drew a blank, whatever her name is. I can't even think. They sing that song, Wait in the Truck. They're going to be here in Mississippi and Jackson at the Coliseum. Coliseum, and I think, or this summer. My niece and her husband got tickets. I love that song. What's her name? Oh gosh, Conway Twitty was one of my first. Okay, I saw Oak Ridge Boys first, and then the next week we saw Conway Twitty. And I gotta say, Helen, Conway Twitty was so pompous. I was so disappointed, and I still love me some Conway Twitty. I love all of his music, but he was so pompous. It was like I had never been to a concert except for one. Like I said, it was Oak Ridge Boys prior to that, and they were so warm and welcoming when they were on stage. You know what I mean? They were just down to earth. Conway Twitty, so that's kind of like what I was expecting. Conway Twitty was very aloof and just kind of condescending acting. You know what I mean? I was so disappointed. So maybe he was having an off night. I don't know, but he still sang like hell. I love it. Loved it. I love me some Conway. Oh yeah, panty droppers. You're right, Conway. Oh, Baby Beauty. You're right. He's got that. Just that voice. I listened to a guy not long ago. do some of his songs, and he was really good and sounded a lot like Conway. Matter of fact, I think it might have been somebody that was related to Conway. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I guess I better turn the oven on. My eye, I guess. But yeah. So everything went right with the yard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they went there last week. They went on sea trials. They built ships for, who was this one for? The Coast Guard, Navy, or who?
Navy.
They built ships for the Navy. This one was, and they have to take it out in the sea, water, and try it out. And they're on there too, the people that are buying it, right? Like the Navy was on there, had representatives on there, and anyway, they, I guess, put all the components to test on to make sure everything works right.
Yeah.
So
that was the acceptance trial. That trial was where we actually sell it to the Navy.
Oh, so they go on there to decide if they want to buy it or not.
The first two are our trials.
Oh, okay. So this was like this trial where they actually sold it to the Navy. And
Guided missile destroyer.
Yeah, guided missile destroyer. They go out. And did y'all actually shoot some?
We did
but they
this
were
time, but we do on the second trial.
and they were with their blanks, right?
No.
Oh, really? And y'all shoot to see how far they'll go, or
Accuracy.
just accuracy? Well, y'all didn't have no bad weather. Anyway, they're supposed to get in.
We shoot 10 missiles.
They were supposed to get in on Thursday at 6:15.
Rounds of 5-inch and 400 rounds of phalanx.
Oh, at 6:15 on Thursday, and he was going to come on up. I was already up there, but anyway, I didn't hear from him, and they don't. I don't hear from him when he leaves because there was no service out there. But you would think on that, you would think with that ship and as high tech as there is, you could talk, but it would just be.
Well, you'd have to use a sat phone.
A sat phone. Anyway, I don't hear from him. So when I called his phone, it went right to voicemail. So I knew his phone was off. So it was like I talked to his mom, and about 9, I said, "Have you heard from Marky?" And she's like, "No." So what time did y'all get in? About 11.
I got here at 12.
Why were y'all later getting in?
Had issues.
Oh. So I bet if y'all have issues, it was nervous people, huh? You got Navy on there going to buy it, and y'all have issues. They probably think.
No.
Wasn't anything.
You're always gonna have issues.
Wasn't anything that couldn't be fixed.
We tried.
How big was this ship?
508 foot by
This is
150.
A 508 foot by 150. They built a lot like USS Iowa. I mean, how many?
No, we didn't build.
Oh, you didn't. How many ships have you been part of? I know tons and tons. You guys, when we first got married, I'm not kidding you. I'm gonna show you this. Our living room, he had wall-to-wall hats. So right up here where the ceiling starts, he had in the brown spot. He had all the way around our living room. No crap. Hats from each ship that you have been part of, built, the ones that he's been part of building. I mean, he's been out there since he graduated, 30-something years,
40.
Or 40 years. So there was lots of hats, lots and lots of hats. Oh, I didn't see what Mother's Day gift. Let's see. Fancy pants. Hello. Your son was in the Navy. I'm near to see it. What ship was he on? Fancy pants. She said he was on the Bush. The Bush. I guess that was the ship. Well, isn't there another yard that builds?
See, we don't do oilers and supply boats. We do combat ships.
They do combat ships. They don't do oilers, or what was the other word?
Supply boats.
Supply boats.
Yeah.
They build just the ones with the. We have a good friend of ours that he was going to Poland. He works out there, and he transferred to a company that actually makes the ammunition, right?
No.
What did they did? They did something.
Test BLS on.
Something to, anyway. So he would go to Poland and work a lot. Is he gone now?
Yeah.
Oh, he's back in Poland now. It's crazy how they outsource so much of that stuff. Hey Kim, how are you, babe? Hey, I saw your TikTok the other day. Love that song too. I didn't see what that Mother's Day gift was. Yeah, Lainey Wilson. That's her. Lainey Wilson, real angel girl. So Brittany told me that they're going to be Hardy and Lainey Wilson are going to be at Jackson this summer at some Summerfest or something, and her and JJ were going. So that's, and I think she's August. I think she said October, but it seems like that wouldn't be summer. I can't remember what she said. I'll have to look. Yeah, I know it. The reason I say that is Emma was wanting to know what I was doing in October, which, you know, I don't know why she asked me that. I said, why? She said, I was just wondering. I said, well, that's a weird question. Ask me what I'm doing in October, and this is May, and you don't know why, you're just asking. Caps, baseball caps. Like we, just like they would have them. I'll go grab one. We've got them in a big duffel bag under our bed. That was okay. So this one was that one. What that word? What's that? USS Lady Gulf. And then this was the Champlain. So this is the Hamilton. This is the John Finn. It's got the DDG. That's the department he works in. DDG. Or
the kind of ship it is.
Oh, the kind of ship it is. So we had these caps all the way around our living room. And there wasn't, I mean, that was crazy. There's a lot of caps. You don't know how many?
That's not all the ships that I've ever worked on.
I don't know what it's some of them, but
some of them I ain't got.
Anyway, I was like, my mom said, that's so cool. She said, that's so cool. And so anyway, I was nervous that he was gonna be offended if I asked him if we could take him down. He didn't mind though. He used to live in an apartment that overlooked the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard in Bremerton, Washington. Didn't you go to Washington to train? Or no, he went to California. I've always thought the naval ship. Yeah, and at California, isn't that a naval right there at San Francisco? Isn't that naval?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's right there in San Francisco. We went there for a vacation. My ex and I used to go up there every year. He had family up there, and I couldn't believe the first time I went at all the naval stuff that was out there.
There's a big.
Yeah, hat party. You're right, for sure. Yeah, I'm making a Blackberry Cobbler. So the screen, my thumbnail was actual berries. Maybe you guys can see better now that you're over here. I'll show you some of the berries. First of all, let me show y'all this. So not this time, but the time before that, I was just up at my mom's about a week prior to that. And I was walking in my car to go get something. And my sister I was getting something out of my car, and I reached back to scratch my back. And she said, what in the hell did you do to your back? And I said, I don't know. What are you talking about? And she said, come here. So I come back from my vehicle, and you guys, this is no lie. I had no idea. Check this out. That was my damn back. I had no idea what I had done. I was like, I have no idea what. She said, there's no way in hell you got bruised like that. You don't know what you've done. I said, I swear, I don't know what I've done. I haven't fell. Is that not crazy? Those bruises, like I've still got them. They're still on there a week and a half later. So I don't know what I have no idea. It looks like I don't know what I could have done. I mean, they're kind of like in a row, you know. Don't get me to line. I have no idea. But she said it don't hurt. I said it does now because I knew they were there. I didn't know they were hurt. But I mean, I've got bruises on me now. I bruise very easily. But I said it does now. Now that I know that I'm hurting like they hurt. You know, you don't know it hurt until you know you got it. Okay, let me see. And I mean, I get it. That's a lot of. Oh, here's one of my beautiful candles I got from In Bloom, Alicia. I lit it. Is that not beautiful? You guys, that vessel is gorgeous. Those beads turn around like they're not stuck and they're free. They turn beautiful and smells delish. Okay. Okay. Oh, I guess. Okay, so dragonflies are my thing. They're starting to hatch out up there. I had one, and I got it on my little finger, and it rode with us all the way to the berry bush. Okay, so this is, I'd never seen berries like this many berries. If they all turn, these things are going to be loaded. This was one spot. Now all these pictures are different spots. All those little spots you see red, that's berries. Okay, here's another spot. Let me show y'all that. Okay, look at it. I mean, that is a lot of dang blackberries. I'm going back next week. Hopefully they'll be, ripened some. But I've never had them to where we could just like stand in one place and pick. I mean, they were like hanging in clusters, the ones that were ripe. And we took a machete and a golf club, and we could knock down those things and briars. Okay. I don't know, Barb. I don't know what could have happened, but I bruise easy, but I don't know. The only thing I could think of, and I don't think this is it, but we were, my mom's air conditioner went out when I was there the week before that. The AC unit went out. And my nephew, that's what he does for a living, but he didn't, they had to get a new one. So it was going to be the next day. And my nephew had a window unit in his shed. And he brought down and put in my mom's living room. And anyway, I had bought, Mark says, why do you do this? But there's a place called Dirt Cheap around here. And it's like Salvation. I don't know how to explain it. It's like Salvation Army. Not really. Anyway, it's just stuff that stores have. And they mark it down. Anyway, I went to Dirt Cheap, and they had these brackets, these window unit brackets that you could put in a window unit. And they were normally at $30-something. They had them on sale for like $1 or something. And I bought 3. And my husband's like, what the hell did you buy these for? And I said, I don't know. I thought they were on sale. He said, just, you know what I mean? Just because they're on sale don't mean we need to get them. But anyway, so when my nephew was getting ready to put that air conditioner in, I said, wait a minute, I got a bracket. I was like so happy that I had a bracket that we could finally use one of them. So I was like, wait a minute, let me go to the cabinet and get that bracket. So I take off up there, and of course he's waiting on me. You know what I mean? So I get in there, and I'm like, could not, and I knew where I had put them. Could not find it. But anyway, it was down on the ground where I had to get, and Mark's got some wood cut, and it's like sticking out above where I was laying. And I thought, well, maybe whenever I stood up, I hit that wood. I don't know. Hey, Tragic T, how are you? I know, right? It does look like a rake. I don't know. I don't know what I did, but I've got like our bed. I'm bad about getting them right here because our bed, I hit it all the time. It's got the darn post, the end post, or it's square, and I hit it all the time, and I have big bruises on my leg all the time. I'm used to that, but I told my mom, I'm like, golly, I've got so many bruises on me. I hope there's nothing wrong. Kim, I love me some Dirt Cheap too. Okay, I better pay attention. Okay, 5 minutes. I'm gonna hard brown my crust. Let me set my timer for 5 minutes because I'll be, you know me, I'll be forgot. Okay, my berries are cooking, and I want to smash them while they're boiling a little bit. Kim, have y'all got where you're at? She's in Mississippi also. Do y'all have blackberries or dewberries, whatever? And if you do, are they starting to come in season yet or get ripe? They don't last long around here. I need another different mash. Let me see. I guess I'll put me some sugar in there. Sugar. Oh, honey. I guess you could put honey in it too if you didn't want to use sugar. I guess you could put honey or Splenda. Did Kim answer me or the berries in? Oh, she ain't answered me. I don't know how much to put. That's a cup. I think that's a cup. We'll do a little bit more. I don't know. I'll put some lemon juice in there too. I don't know why. It's just my mom always did it. You know what I mean? I don't know why I put the lemon juice. My mom always did it. I don't set a timer, and I'm bad about. Not long ago, I cooked a darn ham, a spiral cut ham. Now Mark normally does the ham. You know, he normally does it. So I he told me, he said, well, make sure you put apple pie filling and pineapples in it. And I said, okay. So I didn't have apple pie filling, but I had some applesauce. So, oops, I had a seed. Well, it'll get strained out. But anyway, I fixed it up and I put it in a 13 by 9 baking dish. And it said on the package, you know, it was already cooked, right? I think fully cooked. It said to cook it on 275 for, depending on how many pounds it was, so many minutes per pound. So I put it on 275, covered it with foil, and put it in the oven. And like I said, it was in a 13 by 9 baking dish. And I didn't realize how much juice it was going to cook out. Anyway, I had ran to the pharmacy and I told Mark, I said, when you get home, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to go pick up a prescription. But the ham's in the oven. It's okay. Just let it be. I'll get it when I get home. Well, when I come in, he said, oh, by the way, I had to turn the ham off. It was burning. I said, burning? Well, I opened the stove. He didn't tell me this part. When I opened the stove to pull it out, you know, I just reached in there and grabbed it. The ham juice went everywhere, you guys, everywhere. It was I was so mad. I was so pissed off. And so, hey, Ginger Locks. And so I said, oh my gosh, it wasn't burned. It was nowhere. So you know how when you're cooking pork chops and they're in the middle of cooking and it has that white stuff that comes up, you know, in the grease. That's what the ham was like, covered in that, like it was in the middle of cooking. You know what I mean? I thought, damn. So I told his mom I was cooking a ham earlier for dinner. I told Mark, I said, let your mom know we're not having ham. It's going to be tomorrow. So anyway, I went on and started. I was so pissed. I pulled it out of the oven, put it in a different pan, wrapped it back up, put it back in there. And I overcooked it. Anyway, I was so mad that I had that sticky mess. I cleaned it up best I could. Then I thought, well, tonight when we go to bed, I'll turn the self-cleaning up part on. And I've done that plenty of times before. Normally, when I go to, you know, clean it, wipe it out, it's just like ashes. So I turned it on that night when I got ready to go to bed. And Mark woke up around midnight and he's like, what's that smell? And I said, oh, I've got the stove cleaning. Well, when he left for work the next morning, I opened my stove up, you guys, and I had forgot and left my, I have these liners. It's like for grill liners. I put them in my stove so it'd catch anything that spills. I can just pull them out. And I forgot that I had those in there and did not take those out. And let me just tell you, it almost, and they're fiberglass. They've got like fiberglass in them. It almost like cooked to the bottom of my damn stove. I had to do some prying to get it out. And it turned my stove white. There's like this white film on the glass, on the everywhere in there. And I have like gotten my Dawn spray, and I have like cleaned it, and it still comes back white. So there you go. And I just like, okay, whatever. Oh, there's my timer. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. I'll let it go for another couple minutes, and I'll show you guys whenever. So yeah, I was like, dang. I told my mom about it. She said, well, you should have, Daddy, you should have known that a ham was gonna cook out juice. I said, Mama, I have not done a ham. Mark usually, like I said, he usually does that. I didn't think about it. You know what I mean? You want to move my car? Did you check my oil yet? Okay. But yeah, so I was like, crap, leave it to me. But anyway, my stove is probably cleaner than it's ever been, even when it was brand new. I was so mad. And usually my mom uses cheesecloth and a strainer, but I've got a strainer that I think it's like a sieve. Oh, Lord. I hope I got it. Let me tell you what my problem is. Where is that sieve at? I take stuff to our cabin all the time, and I don't know if I've got stuff here and there. Anyway, I know I didn't take that sieve, but I'm gonna have to use cheesecloth this time myself because I can't. Anyway, I have a sieve that is woven very tightly. It's like a strainer. It's like this. This is a little one, but I'm definitely not using a little one like this. It's really like woven, like 2 layers, and stuff can't get through it. That pisses me off. Oh well, I'll just use cheesecloth. I got it right. If we use it, improvise. I got cheesecloth because I need that when I make my brownies, my special brownies, if you know what I mean. Oh, you know what? I might took my dang cheesecloth up there too because my sister and I were going to make some brownies, some special brownies. That would be just my damn luck. But I'll find something to use. Don't you worry about that. Okay, let's see. Nope. You know, really and truthfully, we have too much stuff. I know I do. I've got too much shit. I used to collect, oh, here. Yeah, here it is. I used to collect teacups and saucers. I like, and I used to collect all kinds of crap. And I used to have a china hutch with all that stuff in it, you know. Well, I got rid of my china hutch and I kept just a few things, you know, my china. And I'm kind of like, if you got it, use it, you know, like if you got it, use it. Like china, you know, everyday use, not everyday, not just special occasions, but anyway, I still have a few coffee cups and saucers, but they come from, I kept the ones that was like special, but I got rid of a lot. But you know, I don't know why. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, I don't know why we collect stuff like that because you just got to get rid of it eventually. You know what I mean? And I don't have children, so I mean, I give a lot of it to my nieces and stuff. But when you're younger, you don't think about that kind of stuff. Hey, I put a 1.5 cups sugar. You think that'd be enough sugar? Sugar. I like the berries that are kind of firm and tart better than I do the ones that are real ripe and sugary. Okay. Let's see. What was I fixing? I was fixing something. I can't remember. Oh, cheesecloth. I was getting the cheesecloth ready. Put in my strainer. I'll find that. My niece was here and she put dishes up and probably didn't know where that went. But when she was putting dishes up, I can't find my sieve that I want. Well, yeah, I got some, but not the one I want. What you looking for? Oh, it's look, it's right here. Right here, baby. Isn't it right here? Oh, hold on, guys. Here it is. Behind the door in this room. It's behind the door, bedroom door. He's looking for the ladder. His truck is so high, his truck is so tall that he has to use a ladder to get under the hood. He's checking his oil or something, I don't know what he's doing, putting those windshield wipers on. But anyway, it's so tall that he has to get on a step ladder. That's how tall it is. Oh, this one might work. Let's see if this one's like that. I think the seed could get through that. We'll just, no need taking chances, right? Okay. Let the straining begin. Let me check and see what you guys are doing. We moved last year out of our house that we've been in 24. Oh, I bet you did, girl. My nephew is getting ready to, they are moving up to where my mom and them live. They have a triple wide mobile home right now. And he is like my dad and my brother. He loves to get stuff. And he told me the other day, he said, Big Joe, we've got 2 storage units full. Then our home where we, he said, I don't know what, so they're building. So they're going to live in a travel trailer on the land until they get the house built. He says, I don't know what we're going to do with all this stuff. And I said, well, your dad's got those shipping containers. I guess you can talk to him. Yeah, I bought him for Christmas the first year. I bought him this. He put it on the back, on the tailgate of his truck, and it folds out, and you can step up it to get in, because it's ridiculous. I fussed when he got this truck. I said, well, you don't need a truck like that. He had just a regular Ford, 150 or whatever, and this is a F-350. I don't know. It's a big truck. I said, you don't need that truck, but I have to tell you, I'm glad he got it, because we've had to really use it a couple of times. It's got a big winch on the front, and anyway, I'm glad he got it, but still, at the time, I know a blank slate. Mine had like so many things I collected. There was reasons for it, and we used to go to Mexico and Laredo part, Nuevo Laredo. Anyway, I collected these fertility gods because I wanted to have a kid so bad, and I couldn't get pregnant, so I started collecting fertility gods. And when people found out, everybody would get them for just stuff people get for you when they find out. Okay, I'm gonna do some straining. I'm gonna taste that juice too. Let's see if I think it needs any more sugar. I wish I could, like I said, save some of this pulp from the berries, but I think it's good. Ooh. Okay, you guys. Here goes nothing. I probably should. Oh shit, this would be. Ooh, doggy. Probably should put a apron on. All over my dang shirt. Gosh, these berries look so good. I'm gonna have a good bit. I might have enough to put some in the refrigerator and make another cobbler. Thank you guys for hanging out and bearing with me while I do my mashing my berries. Hey, if I had a big tub, we could go step on them, clean my feet, and get out there and stomp in it, huh? But yeah, I was watching this guy that did the pineapple. He put pineapple chunks and cooked it down. And he added his, but when he did his, instead of cooking the berries, he just used one of those emulsifiers or whatever you call it, like a little blender, but he just used that. And then he strained it. So I don't know how that would work, but. Oh, forgot my strainer. Get that. I better get a cup and do that. Shit. And if I couldn't make a mess, I wouldn't be me. My mom should name me Gracie. Can y'all see that juice? Not the one what I've spilled. So, you guys, let's talk about what's been going on in the streets lately. I haven't watched a whole lot, but at night when I go to bed, I put my earbuds in and I try to catch up on my YouTube when we're up at the cabin. What the hell is this crap about Summer's Day? On the day that she come up missing. Sorry, I just don't think that's. If they want to celebrate a day, like let it be her birthday or something. Check that out. That's that. So you can see it. That is that lemon seed. It is now purple from cooking in there. Yeah, I mean, like to me, that's kind of morbid. You know what I mean? Like celebrating the day. I don't know. I don't get it. And I was watching Queen Bee the other day, and Don graced everybody with his presents. And I guess she ended up having to edit it because he got up there like an idiot and said the N word. But the part I heard, I didn't watch all of it. I just heard he was telling her that he appreciated. I guess he, he watches the channel, and he sees that she's kind of like not a proponent of people, going up there that day, I guess, and just kind of making, I don't know, making a mockery, or not a mockery, just using that little girl's whatever happened to her, disappearance as a cash cow. I don't know. It's just sad. It's sad, sad, sad. It's sad that we've got so many. Okay, and then I saw this couple, you guys. This freaking blew my mind. This couple in Atlanta. Did y'all see that? Where that little 10-year-old boy got loose of his house, broke loose, or ran away, and went and told the neighbors. The neighbors saw him walking down the street. Went and told them that he was hungry. He was going to the Kroger to get something to eat. Hey, 6 Up Media, and they called the police. The police got there, and the little boy was begging them, "Please don't take me home. Don't take me home." Come to find out, they had been being starved and confined. They arrested the family, the parents, later on that day. And the little boy weighed 36 pounds. He was 10 years old. He weighed 36 pounds. That's so freaking sad, man. And the neighbors said that now they've charged him, if I'm not mistaken, they've charged him with murder also. So I don't know if there's another child. One of the neighbors had said that they was a 14-year-old girl that they haven't seen since like January. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why have children if you're gonna freaking do it? It's in Atlanta. Yeah. Why have children if you're gonna freaking do them like that? Let me, Real Angel Girl, let me tell you, this was like 4 or 5 days ago, I think. Let me see. Blows my mind. Let me see. Couple arrested for starving. Okay. Let's see if this pulls. Okay, yeah. It's the Griffith couple. This is the, this is them.
Simply put,
So listen to this.
starved to death.
I'm gonna let y'all, this is the news conference, the press conference. Let me put this on.
This story extremely disturbing. A 10-year-old Georgia boy in the hospital tonight after
Let me see what
despicable
happens.
allegations of child abuse. The parents, you just saw right there on your screen, accused of starving their own son in Spalding County.
Now, the district attorney calling it the coolest thing in her career. Tyler and Krista Shinley are in custody right now in Griffin.
That's where we find our Tori Cooper tonight. And Tori, you spoke with neighbors today about this awful, awful story. I did, Savannah, and prosecutors say it was neighbors who spotted this 10-year-old little boy walking barefoot in the neighborhood on his way to Kroger. And neighbors say when they saw that, they knew something wasn't right.
I was walking around barefooted, confused looking.
If you saw this 10-year-old boy outside your window, neighbors say you would have a lot of questions.
She took him in her garage and he said, "I'm really hungry. I haven't had anything to eat since Wednesday."
Neighbors called police immediately, and now the child's parents, Tyler and Krista Shinley, are facing several charges, including child cruelty and criminal intent to commit murder.
I have tried many child abuse cases in my career, and this child was simply put being starved to death.
Wow.
And it is tragic.
Spalding County prosecutors say the child was just 36 pounds when he was taken to the hospital, and his heartbeat was very low. Police warrants say it appeared he was also confined to a dark room alone without access to a bathroom or toiletries.
We aren't releasing any photos of this child for obvious reasons, but I will tell you the photos are absolutely horrible. And anyone with a human heart that looks at them should be shaken to their core.
Neighbors relieved knowing a vigilant eye asked the right questions at the right time.
That no more children will be affected by this, because I mean this is tragic.
It's a shame. Damn disgrace. They are starved their asses.
Now, police say that the child is alive tonight, but we are still working on getting an update on his condition. They also say that in total there were 5 children inside of this home who will now all be interviewed.
5
Reporting
children.
live in Spalding County, I'm Tori Cooper, Atlanta News First.
So I'm curious if the other children were being starved or just this one. Was he the chosen one? And if so, how about the other kids? Okay, so I also watched an interview where they interviewed the husband's ex-wife, and they had 3 children together, and she said that their oldest son ran away from there, but she has personally never known him to be abusive, she said. But the 18-year-old moved out. And the other one, now I guess she lost custody, didn't have custody. The youngest one, I think he was 16, he got in touch with her and like told her to pick me up. I'm gonna be on this flight, pick me up at this gate. Like that was the only like notice that she got, he was coming to live with her. And when she asked him about, if there was any abuse or whatever, he just didn't want to talk about it. So there's no telling what those other children like were exposed to. And I don't know. I don't get in the couple of scenes. They look to be in their late 30s, early 40s at the most. You know what I mean? I don't understand. I don't understand why people do that shit. But they ought to starve their butts is what they ought to do. Let them see how it feels. Tie their asses up. Whatever's going to be the outcome. Is just these kids will never be the same. It's so sad. I don't understand people that do that crap. But so I have a little news on the Rasheen Carter, the young man that was, I'm going to say, lynched, a hate crime from the town that I was born and raised in. So there is, they have found, okay, so apparently the last protest they had, the reason they had the protest, and they brought in the Israeli lights instead of Black Lives Matter, they come the Israeli lights. They came in and they protested, but this is okay. So there's videos and stuff out there where I don't know what happened, but something happened on the road. Okay, there's like these SUVs when they were driving in, I guess, coming into the town, and they got one of the vehicles got kind of side swapped, and they kept going, whoever hit them. And so I got the impression that it was, they were kind of being, taunted not to do another protest. That's kind of the impression I got from this video. So they, hold on. I'm gonna put the juice and sticking it up. But anyway, they said that so they went live. The protesters went live, and they were talking about what happened. Oh crap! Never mind. They were talking about what happened to the vehicle. About how they didn't arrest nobody. The cops, didn't arrest anybody. Well, so as they're this is my juice, baby. Can y'all see that? So, hold on, I can't chew gum and walk. So anyway, they were saying this is how your law officials are around here. They don't even arrest anybody whenever this vehicle, got sideswiped, yada yada yada. So they're out there pissed off that the cops aren't, and the cops are there. They're there, and it's like they're stopped. The traffic is stopped, and there's protesters out, in the road. And they get bullhorns, and this is where I felt like they started losing the battle, and I curse, so I'm not offended when people curse, but they get on the bullhorns and they start talking about what had happened and stuff, and saying, anyway, they start cursing. Pretty good. And there's little kids around, lots of little kids standing around when they're doing this. So I felt like they started losing the battle when they did that. You know what I mean? I think they would come out a lot better if they stayed professional and took the high road, and especially when there's children around. I mean, there's like little kids running around in the road. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, but the reason they had that protest, the third protest, and it was like short, I didn't know about it until the night before, was because there was a third set of bones located, and they thought it was Rasheen's, and they didn't notify the family. They didn't go through their attorney or notify the family. They put it in an email, and somehow the lawyer found the email. So they were like, and pissed off, and I don't blame them. Okay, tragic. Thank you for coming in. But now, last week, they announced the fourth set of bones. have been located. So the family's attorney did a press conference with the mother, Tiffany, and they said that the family attorney said, this is crazy. So one of the guys that was, okay, so when they were in the area where the bones, where his, the skull and the spinal cord was found, or spinal, when they were in that area, the bones, somebody, not law enforcement, took video, a short video of them pulling with, they take a stick and they are raking it across this water, swampy water. And he said that the attorney says that it's obvious it is an arm and a hand, part of an arm and a hand, and it's in the area. Anyway, they're waiting on DNA results to come back to say, and he said, you know, we feel sure that it's Rashim, and if it's not Rashim, then you guys really have a bigger problem on your hands, you know, if it's somebody else's. But he said it anyway. He said there was a video clip, or a bystander, or somebody standing around and videoed it, and he has the video, and he says you can go to my page, Ben, whatever his name is, I'll have to find it and link it. But I did, and I didn't see a video, but he said that he was going to make it public so everybody could see the video, and there was no denying that it's an arm, a part of an arm and a hand. You guys, it's freaking disgusting. So they are calling for, now they're calling for the FBI, which they should have already been involved. You know what I mean? The FBI should have already been involved. They're calling for the FBI to be involved. Mississippi Bureau of Investigations are involved, but it's just awful. It's awful. Yeah, absolutely. Imagine seeing that. And I am so, like, my brother's like, you know, I said something about, I've reached out to this group that helps. Oh shit. Okay. I reached out to this group, and they that's on the website that I go to and look, and they absolutely. I said, please let me know when the next time you guys are going to have a protest, because like I said, I'm 2.5 hours from there, and I was telling my brother, and he's like, you don't need to go. What are you talking about? You don't need to go. And I said, don't tell me what I need to do and what I don't need to do, buddy. I'm not freaking, hello. Don't tell me what I said. What makes you think I'm gonna be holding a picket sign? And what makes you think I'm just going? He said, you don't need to go. And I said, well, you know, you do you, boo, and I'm gonna do me. So that's how that goes. You're younger than me, anywho. So don't be telling me what I need to do and what I don't need to do. You know, I'm a grown woman. But so anyway, I really hope that they get justice for Rashim. My mom used to put some of the dumplings in the cobbler when she was cooking it, so I'm gonna turn y'all the other way because I think you can see a little bit better. Hold tight. Okay. Yeah, justice for Rashim for sure. I mean, you know, just so sad. So sad. I can imagine, you know, being his mother, she's a strong lady. I'll link a video for the press conference and stuff, you guys, under this video whenever after I go live. But matter of fact, we could probably play some of it. Let me pull it up here. See if I can find it. Okay. Yeah, and I've heard some rumors that Justice for Rashim Carter rally. Okay, that was the one that was in April. Okay. Let me get to the press conference. Okay.
And Arthur Reed and our legal team.
This is Ben Crump. This is the family's attorney.
Rashim Carter.
Can y'all hear this?
His mother is present here with us, Miss Tiffany Carter, who will also address you.
Can y'all hear that?
As you all recall from last time we assembled, we
Me too,
talked
Commander.
about the fact that the family disputed and rejected.
Can y'all hear that? Put a 1 if you can.
The first narrative that was offered by law enforcement that her son Rashim Carter, who had went missing, and was found with his head decapitated
Okay.
was natural causes. Well, it was not natural causes. We refuse to accept that.
Amen.
His mother refused to accept that. His aunt refused to accept that. The mother of his 7-year-old daughter refused to accept that. We told you, his mother told you about the text messages that she had got from Rasheen, talking about he felt his life was in danger to some degree. And the fact that he was being chased by trucks of individuals who were chasing him, and how he went to the police department to ask for help and safety being carried to the next county, and they refused to do that. We also recall talking about how the police refused to carry him to the next county after he told them he was being chased. And then we come.
So for you guys that don't know what I'm talking about,
They
the town that I was born and raised in, there's a Georgia Pacific paper mill and chemical mill. It's not Georgia Pacific now. I think it's been bought out, but that's what it was growing up. They hello exuder or exuder, but they there was this company, this group of people that were subcontractors. They were from North Carolina and different places, working at this shutdown or this job that they had going on at this place. They were staying in a hotel. The hotel was about 20 miles from the town that they were actually working in. This young black man, Rasheen Carter, was one of the workers, and he went into the local police station, the town that I was born and raised in, and he told them that he was being harassed and bullied. And this is not the first time he went in, but anyway, he asked if they would give him a ride to the hotel that he was staying in, and that was in another county, and it was out of their jurisdiction, which I could totally get. So they told him they couldn't, but to get with the sheriff's department. Well, the sheriff's department wouldn't take him either. Anyway, he comes back in the next day, and he's got some families coming from Fayetteville, Mississippi to pick him up, and his phone's about to die. He asked to charge it, was told no, from what I was told. He had to go buy a charger. He dropped a pin to the convenience store where he was at, to the family members that was coming from Fayetteville to get him, and he comes up missing. When they get there, a little over an hour later, he's nowhere to be found. He was found 30 days later. Nothing was found but his head and his spine. That's it. His phone battery, the battery to his phone was found laying there with his wallet. So, and the local police department said no foul play, that it was wild animals and varmints must have gotten a hold of him. But it's clean cuts. What part of the bones they have are clean cuts. And like I said, I was born and raised there. Never heard of animals doing that to another animal, much less a human being. Never. Not saying that varmints and stuff don't do that, but 30 days. Anyway, I think it was a hate crime, and I think the young man was lynched. And there's one picture of him. I'll show it to you. It's freaking disgusting. There's one picture of him that was caught on somebody's game camera that was turned over to the police. And he's without a shirt, doesn't have a shirt on. I'm gonna come back to that. Okay. And you can see a feeder. He's holding a stick in his hand. This is him.
When they find the remains,
this is Rasheen.
After how many
calls?
weeks we have been searching? 6 weeks.
Okay, this is the game camera. You can see Rasheen is holding a huge stick in his hand. There's a feeder in front. And there's videos, you guys, where he, it looks like you can see, people in the woods. I'll have to, in the pictures.
His head is decapitated from his body.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
find
very handsome. Had a little 7-year-old
first that
daughter.
his head is decapitated from his body, and then on the same day, they find his spinal cord in a separate location in the same vicinity. And then a couple of weeks later, they find a third set of remains, still located in the same vicinity, where they found his head decapitated and they found his spinal column, the skeletal
He's a
fracture
slurry,
of the
cornstarch slurry.
spinal column.
Yes, he does.
Then
Yeah.
they found the third set of
Hey,
bones.
sugar.
They do the DNA testing and they conclude that this is also Rasheem's body. Now they say they found a couple of human bones and they say some of them match Rasheem Carter's body. And then the family is notified, our law firm is notified that there's a fourth set of human remains that are discovered last week. And we are told that the bystander, a white citizen, tells us that he videotaped them making the discovery. And you see the arm bone and a hand attached to it. And that's on video, and we're releasing that video to the media. And then they found another human bone in that same area. It's a small body of water. And you see the law enforcement officer with the stick pulling the human remain up. But that is a citizen, a good Samaritan coming forward, trying to tell Tiffany Carter about what he captured on his video and that he believes this may be part of your son's remains. But the Mississippi Crime Lab or the Sheriff's Department has failed to notify Tiffany Carter or our office. And so we're demanding transparency.
I mean, this is sad that they're even having to demand this. You know what I mean? This shit should have been
if this
done.
is, or if it isn't, the arm and the hand of Rasheem Carter. And if it's not, that raises even more serious questions. Because then that would suggest that there's some serial killer out here. I mean, you're finding human remains all in the same vicinity. We believe that this is going to be the remains of Rasheem Carter. They need to verify that, and they need to give answers to this family.
Amen.
To who murdered Rasheem Carter. They have a right to know. And there is no excuse for bystanders coming, showing video to the family, and the officials not having the dignity and respect to notify the family immediately and say, we found more human remains in the vicinity where your son's head and spinal cord and other bodily remains were found. And we're going to do a DNA analysis, and we're going to notify immediately whether or not this is Rasheem's arm and hand connected on that video. And you will see the video. You go to press@beingcrunk.com, and we will release the video to you all.
As soon as you guys find it,
There's no doubt
I wasn't able to find
it
it.
is human remains that are discovered there. You see it with your own eyes. Ever so briefly, you see in that 5-second or so video, them with their stick moving the bone and the hand around, and you clearly see it's that of a human being. And so we are here again in Jackson, Mississippi, calling on the local and the state officials to give this family the answers that they deserve so we can find out who murdered Rasheem Carter. Because we know that this was not of natural causes. This was a Mississippi lynching in 2022 of a young black man who had already told his mama that he was running from his life for his life from a group of individuals in trucks yelling racial epithets at him. Everybody should want to get to the bottom of this
For sure.
immediately. Right now, Miss Carter is going to make some brief comments.
I mean, isn't that
and then
sick, you
she
guys?
and I and Investigator Reed, we will try
Hey, did you like?
to answer
I'm
your
making
questions.
a cobbler, and we're listening to Rasheem Carter. It was a town, and you guys, I've got family that's in law enforcement there, and it makes me sick to my stomach. You know what I mean? It makes me embarrassed to be a white person. It honestly makes me embarrassed of my skin color to know that there's still stuff like this going on, that people are still being treated like that. And that when I think about what that young man went through, you guys, because it had been, okay. So it was a 24-hour period that he went into the police station and asked for help and was refused help. He showed back up the next day, still in the same clothes that he had on, red shirt, blue jeans, still in the same clothes. Oh, and something else. Okay, so there's rumors out there about what happened to him. And there's articles out there. It says that it says that his teeth were pulled from his head, out of his mouth one at a time, and that his penis was cut off and placed in his mouth. And his arms and stuff was cut off while he's alive. All this, you guys, it's awful, the rumors. It's awful, okay? To think about it makes me want to cry. Think about what that young man went through. How sick an individual has to be to freaking do something like that. He was scared for his freaking life. So his boss man, so his mother says that he sent her a text message and says to her, if anything happens to me, look to my boss. Well, the boss man is now in hiding because he's had so many death threats and stuff. It makes me, Helen, I know, it makes me sick to my stomach too. It's awful. And this is my stomping grounds, where I was born and raised, to think that happened. And there's people saying that, it's a racist town. I never knew that growing up. I mean, that just shows you how naive I guess I was. This is the mom.
I'm the mother of Rasheem Carter.
This is his mother.
I'm the mother that brought him into this world. I'm the mother that made many sacrifices. I'm the mother that's going to keep standing, that's going to keep fighting,
Amen.
that's going to keep doing what I have to do as a mother to get the justice that my son deserves. His daughter deserves. His brother deserves. His cousin, his families, his aunts, his uncles, his grandmother, his grandfather. We're going to keep fighting till we get the answers that our family deserves. No one deserves to go through the things that he went through.
Nope.
I am overwhelmed with the oppression that this state have caused in our life. I want something done, and I want it done immediately. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of going through the same thing over and over and over again. I know I can't change what has happened, but we can make the change that this doesn't happen to another family. That's right. And at the end of the day, God sits high and he looks low. I am a true believer, and I trust God wholeheartedly that what has been done to Rasheem Carter, every hand involved, God will deal with them accordingly. Thank you. And I believe my son was lynched in Mississippi.
I hate to say it.
And I believe that his head was decapitated from his body.
We have to get to the bottom of this. We cannot let them sweep this under the rug. Mississippi, all America is watching to see if you all are going to do right
So,
Mississippi, all Americans watching.
so there's like so much,
See if you're gonna do right.
and I just don't want to,
Bye.
I've been wanting to cover it, and I'm going to kind of cover, I just like, there's so much, misinformation out there. How do they get? Oh yeah, right. Exactly. Saying it's natural causes. Exactly. Who in the hell would say something like that? And first of all, they were so like immediately, not just the local town, but the sheriff's department, the county, both of them said no foul play involved immediately, without even taking a minute and looking into it. You know what I mean? Like, that's bull crap. I mean, who would want their family? Anybody would want answers. You know what I mean? And it's just a damn crying shame that shit like that still goes on. I'm cooking spaghetti real quick now, you guys. But whenever I have bell pepper, it's on sale or whatever, I get it and cut it up, put it in the freezer. So that's what I'm using. But yeah, it's just makes me so. Let me just tell you this. So they've had the first protest was a small protest they had. The second protest they had was major. It like Black Lives Matter was there, NAACP was there. They were wearing the ones that the people that had that they could carry. They wore AKs across their chest. I mean, it was like a big deal when they were there. And listen to this. So the second protest, I guess some of the protesters had taken that spray chalk that you can spray on concrete, and they had wrote in a parking lot, or somebody did, hashtag justice for Rasheen. And it didn't stay up long, but the chief of police from the town put on Facebook him with the water hose washing it off, and he captioned it, taking out a little trash or something like that. It's something like that. Very unprofessional and wrong. I mean, especially considering they think that the chief of police is involved. People are saying. So there's an article that I saw that said, okay, so there's there's so much information, you guys. So I read somewhere where his boss man, he was from, if I'm not mistaken, from North Carolina. He is related to one of the officers from that town, and that the phone records show that they were on phone calls a lot that day. And also, he has went to his own attorney, the boss man. His name is Luke Clements, and supposedly had his own polygraph test done, turned over a text message between him and Rasheen on the day that he was supposedly murdered. Anyway, it's just shady. It's shady all the way around. And I hope and pray that they get justice, and that this, and I'm going to do my best to not let this, to keep it in the forefront, because this is just wrong. I don't give a shit who's involved. You know what I mean? They need to be brought to justice. And even if they turned a blind eye and they knew it happened, they need to be brought to justice. I mean, anybody that knows about it. And I do think that there's a lot more people. I've reached out to people that own businesses in town that I know personally, and I've asked what they think. Every one of them has told me that he was on drugs. They were told that he was on drugs, and that the varmints and the wild animals got to him. And that's a tragic thing. So it's ridiculous. I do think that there's a lot of people that feel like I feel, but they're scared to say anything. I don't, you know what I mean? Look, I don't care if you agree with, I don't give a crap. I've always spoke my mind, and you've never wondered where I stood, and I'm not going to change now. I don't care. I don't live there, even though we're going to move back and live there whenever Mark retires. I don't care. Right is right and wrong is wrong, and that is wrong. It stinks from the head up to the tail. The whole damn thing stinks, you know. And look, if the boss man didn't have, okay, if he didn't have ties to that town, to the county and town, then I would think, okay, that's a little stretch. But considering and knowing that he has ties, as far as I'm concerned, done deal. So anyway, I'm gonna absolutely be following this. Okay, let me get up here and see what's going on. Okay. I don't, so much hate in this world, girl. So much hate. You know, it's so sad. So sad. And it's just not necessary. You know, it's so much easier to be kind and be a good person than to be a shit person. You know, it takes so much effort to be a shit person. Man, I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm glad I don't get it because, you know, I'm glad I don't think along those lines, but I don't get people that do think along those lines. And I was told by several different people that there is they call themselves the book club, and they get together every morning at the local coffee shop, and they just, you know, they think it's funny. They think that you know, they find humor in this somehow, this awful tragedy, they can somehow find humor. I think if I owned the coffee shop, that shit wouldn't be happening. Huh. Yes, absolutely, Helen. You're right. You're right. It makes me so embarrassed. I'm on YouTube. Nobody knows what color my skin is, and it doesn't matter. Judge me by exactly, Beth. Exactly. And you know, it doesn't matter what color your skin is, baby. Your blood runs and bleeds the same color as mine, and that's all I need to know. You know what I mean? That's all I need to know. I don't care what anybody's skin color is. You bleed the same way I bleed, and the same color I bleed, and was created the same way I was created. You know, so it doesn't matter, and it shouldn't matter. And the fact that we're in 2023 and we're still having to have these discussions makes me sick to my stomach. You know, I hated what we did, what the Indian people got done. You know, I mean, it's just tragic. It's tragic. And I think about what he went through, you guys, when I think about how, so in the picture, there's other pictures. There's only one picture been released, okay? And the pictures that I saw, there's like, it looks to be bruises on the young man. People are saying it's shadows, but he has no shirt on. He's holding not just a stick. He's holding a freaking limb, a pine limb that's huge. Holding that up, obviously in defense of something. And you're going to say foul play. Are you freaking kidding me? No foul play was involved. I mean, he was defending himself. And what he went through, what he must have went through and endured makes me sick. I can't even hardly think about it. Hey, Brett's mom. Hey, Nikki. Everybody that's in here that I haven't spoke to, hello and welcome. Thank you for coming in. And just be kind, man. Be kind and nice. It's not that hard. It's freaking sad. Okay, I got spaghetti going, so let me get back to stirring it real quick. I got my cobbler in the oven. Sorry, I'm looking for some crushed tomatoes. You guys hang tight. What are you guys having for dinner? I'm making spaghetti. We didn't have that in a while, so I get so tired of trying to figure out things to cook for dinner. You guys get like that? I get so tired of it. And so my dilemma is when I cook dinner, and Mark wants to have it for lunch the next day, then there goes my having leftovers, you know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna feed it to them for lunch, dinner, supper, lunch, and then supper again. I'm not gonna do that. So not do that to them. So I kind of encourage them not to take it to lunch for lunch. That way we can at least get, you know, do leftovers. Oh, leftover chili. Chili's always better the next day. To me, it is. Okay, let me take a little look. Oh, no, they still got them. Okay. Let me set my timer. Mark likes the mushrooms. Fungus among us. I don't like fungus among us. Oh, I don't like mushrooms, so we'll do this Italian mushroom. That's as close to mushrooms as he's gonna get. Oh, I bet you are wore out, Nikki. 7 years old. Ooh, 1 year old. My little niece that I love so much, Emma Bema, she's got my heart. She is 11, and she stayed the night. When Mark and I got over there to pick berries, I told Mark, I said, God, I want to go get the kids and have them come and help us pick and let them pick them some. And so I called her mom and I said, can I come get the kids and, you know, and let them pick berries? And she said, yeah. So just the girls come. Their little brother didn't come. He didn't want to sweat, I guess. But anyway, she said, we're already out of school. And I said, oh, really? And she said, yeah. She said, I could probably spend the night. And I said, well, that sounds good to me. Anyway, she's a handful. She's something else. She keeps me on my toes. I had a slime kit that she hadn't used or whatever. So she made slime when we got back to the cabin, and then she takes medicine, and she forgot her mom gave her the medicine, and she forgot her medicine. So we had to 11:30 go to her house and get her medicine. So I mean, it's just right up the road. It's not like we had very far to go, but and my sister, you guys, I've got to tell y'all, she she likes to drink have her cocktail in the evening. So her and my mom, a couple years ago, she decided, got a lot of hair up her ass, and this before her husband got lung cancer, and they were going to go, she told my mom, we're going to go on a trip. We're going to go on a road trip. And so they went to Niagara Falls. They went to Pennsylvania to Hershey World. They intended on being gone a couple of weeks, and I think that they decided that the trip, they didn't go to all the spots they wanted to go to, but they went. But anyway, I was on a kick for a while there, to where I was like getting pretty liquor bottles, and I would put oil in it, and then I would get those little things that you pour oil. Either they sell them for like liquor that you pour out of them, the little things that go on top of a liquor bottle, and you put. So I had that. I went on a kick and I gave people bottles, but I had put this bottle. My mom was out of town. My sister lives there, and so I went to see my sister, and I hooked her up with a bottle with oil in it, and it was a vodka or tequila bottle. I can't remember. Anyway, I did not do this on purpose, but my sister and my mom come back, and my sister said, "Oh," she calls me JoJo. She said, "Oh, JoJo hooked me up. She left me a little surprise." Well, she got her a little glass and poured her some of that oil and knocked it back, took a shot, and it was oil. Anyway, she acted like I did it on purpose, which I so didn't. I mean, how the hell did I know that she was going to think that you know what I mean? If I thought about it, I would have probably done it, but I would have wanted to capture it on video. I wouldn't have wanted just to do it and not be able to see, you know what I mean? Because I am a trickster. But anyway, so I still haven't lived that down. So I was there a week before they were coming in town, and I told my sister, I said, I had a bottle of tequila or vodka in the freezer, and it was like half a bottle. And I said, look, when Sis gets here, Cherry gets here, I said, tell her that I am making up for last time, and I'm not leaving oil. This is really the truth, the good stuff. And I left it for her. So they were there 3 or 4 days before I got back up there, and she and she hadn't seen the cabin or anything, so I got her on the razor one day, and we went up to the cabin, and she and I were standing in the kitchen, and she said, "Oh, by the way, Sis, I got your thank you for leaving me the little gift you left me." but it was whipped vodka. That's what it was. It was whipped vodka. She said, but I don't do flavored vodka. She said, I hate flavored vodka. She said, so it's still down at mom's. And I said, okay. I said, well, I didn't know that. And I said, I might have some. So I opened the freezer door and I had a bottle of Finland vodka, which is not flavored. I didn't think. So anyway, I said, well, here's some that's not flavored. And I give it. She said, oh, well, let me put some in my water bottle. So she goes and puts it in her water bottle and she gives back to me. I put it in the freezer and I'm, of course, standing there yapping my mouth. And she said, she makes a face and she opens the freezer door and she gets that bottle out and she said, I thought you said this wasn't flavored. And I said, it's not supposed to be. And I took the lid off and you guys, I had bought some vanilla beans and I was going to make extract. Oh, Lord. And it was vanilla-y. So I got her 2 times. And now that time I didn't mean to do it either, but she thinks I did. So anyway, I went the next day to the liquor store and I bought her some damn vodka, regular vodka that wasn't flavored. So yeah, there's that. So, whenever you, don't drink, like, I don't drink very often. It's hard to be around people that are like, way drunk. Just dealing with her emotions, you know what I mean? She's like all over the place whenever she gets to a certain point. But I'm not going to, the crazy thing is this. Her husband used to love whiskey, and I call it gut rot whiskey. He would drink, this is a red sauce or red gravy. I don't know if I always add it to my spaghetti. He would drink whiskey on the rocks, no mixers. And my mom, when she would go to Florida and stay with them, they recycle and stuff. And my sister would put a case, like, you guys listen to me. This is a lot if you ask me. A case of liquor bottles out for the garbage people. And my mom said, I asked her one day, I wonder what the garbage man thinks when he picks up this case of bottles every week. And my mom said, Cherry said, well, I guess they're going to think that somebody likes to fucking drink that lives here. Yeah, I guess so. But anyway, so he's, he got real sick before he got cancer. He had something with his heart. And I think they had to do some bypasses or something. Anyway, he quit drinking cold turkey. Now, this is where the good Lord above was involved. Quit drinking cold turkey, you guys, and did not go through one DT, my sister said. Now, how that, he drank a lot. He didn't drink until he was a functioning alcoholic. My sister used to not drink at all. And I guess she decided if you can't beat him, you freaking join him. Now he doesn't drink. He doesn't drink anymore. You know what I mean? Since he got sick, he quit drinking and she drinks. So anyway, there's that. So during the day, it was fine. But if you go up there late in the evening, you can be expected to, if she was, be expected to see her in a rare form. Hold on, I get something to drink. Speaking of all that drinking, let me get my vanilla Coke. That's what I'm hooked on, vanilla Coke. But anyway, she puts it in a water bottle. I guess to each their own. You know what I mean? I can't believe that you don't put a mixer with it and you drink it hot. Ugh, that's gross to me. But anyway. No judgment, just worry, So I hope he's going to be okay. Okay, let's see. Really, Ginger, isn't it crazy how our bodies change? And I've never been a drinker. I always like a social drinker. I would drink if we went to parties or whatever, or get-togethers, whatever. But been drunk a time or two, but I've never, first of all, I don't like beer because it bloats me, makes me feel full. I don't like beer. And so, I'll drink wine. I don't mind drinking wine, but I'm just not a drinker. I'm just never been a drinker. Yeah, Scooter, it is a rough way to drink hot vodka. I put my crap in the freezer, my refrigerator and freezer. I don't, even if what I do have here for whenever Yeah, pothead, me too. Me too, me too. Pick me. Pick me, yeah. I'm a pothead too, Ginger likes mom. But yeah, but drinking it hot like that and then no mixers, no damn Sprite or orange juice or nothing with it. Ugh, that's hardcore. That's what I told my husband. I said, oh, thank you, Barb. I think so too. I attract good people in here. It is. I like the people that come in here. We're all like, you know, I can be me. Of course, I'm always me, but you guys don't judge too bad. And that's one thing about her. I told Mark, I was telling him the other night, I said, you know, it doesn't, I love my sister and I love her to death. But yeah, that is hardcore. But whenever she gets to the point she gets to, I bother her like the way I am. I mean, I'm a joker. I'm a kidder. You know, I mean, I can be serious when I need to be, and absolutely I am. But, you know, I like to do practical jokes and stuff. But she starts like being very judgmental of me, you know, and like making a big deal. Like, for instance, we were taking pictures in the living room the other day. Her husband got up on his little rollator, and we were taking pictures. And they've been in there taking pictures for a good 10, 15 minutes, you know. And so I go in there, and I put my phone on Snapchat, and I was doing some videos of them up there, and one of them they had like a cat in it, and anyway, funny shit, you know. And my sister made such a big deal out of it. I mean, she like just like really blew it out of proportion. And I said, don't worry, Cherry, I'm not going to send it to you. You don't have to worry about ever looking at it. This is for my pleasure, not yours, bitch. You know, I mean, don't worry about it. But anyway, just like I told Mark, I said, you know, it doesn't take, I love her and all that good stuff, but it doesn't take long for me to realize that we're like that after so many days. And I don't think she's not like that until she's had too much vodka, you know. And then oh, let me check the cobbler. I'll let you guys see if it's ready. Almost. I'm gonna call it because I'm gonna turn it off and I'll show you guys. My lattice work didn't turn out too good, but let me get you over here. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna turn you guys around if I can. Let me see if I can figure this out. I don't know how to turn you around, so I'll just do it like this. I'm gonna show you all the white too. Okay, so there's the cobbler. Can you guys see it? There's the cobbler. And then this, you see how all this is white? That's what happened. And this is what I'm talking about when I say lime. I put me some more back in. I have these, they're coming in 2 pieces, but I put them under my burner. So if I, you know, obviously I spill stuff. So I just pull those out, knock it off. But anyway, I left those on when I did the self-cleaning. And this was white. Crazy. And it's still white. I have cleaned that so many times. Don't know, but it still turns back white. So I guess that's just the way it's going to be. The way the stove is going to be. At least it still works. It's clean, but leave it to me. Hey, poolside. Nothing like some good old vanilla Coke. I know Cooter too. Me too. So is Z-Ooter, is that how you say it? Z-Ooter? Yeah, there's a lady called, well, I think she's just Saucy now, but she used to be Saucy 57. And I used to tease her and say, is Heinz 57 or Saucy 56, I think. And I used to tease her and say, is Heinz 57 your brother? All right, you guys, I appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out with me. I guess I will close it up and get my noodles going. And I think I'll go smoke a left-handed cigarette. Speaking of my sister's vices, I think I need to go hit mine. But thank y'all for coming in. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've been live, but I'll be back, staying better in touch. But I am going to cover the Rashim. I just don't want to come on and like do injustice and not and putting misinformation out there. I don't, you know, I want to speak the fact, and it's so hard to get anybody to give you the facts. We've requested the FOIA, but nothing yet. And it also makes me question the authenticity of anything that we'll get. You know what I mean? If they're crooked like that, you know, who knows if they're gonna. My niece's, her husband's brother is the district attorney for the state of Mississippi, the attorney general, whatever it's called, and he said, now this was back about 3 or 4 weeks ago. He said that nothing will probably ever be done because there's not enough evidence. I hope that's not true. And if you guys have Facebook, you can go to Taylorsville, Mississippi, type in, and then that's where you can see a lot of articles. But it's almost like it's just so sad. It's so sad, and I pray that there's justice. You know what I mean? I will be there. I will cover it if there is. I can guarantee you that. But all right, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here and go get my noodles cooked. I hope y'all have a good rest of your evening. Remember, stay humble and kind. Don't cost a thing to do it. Okay, Diamond Cutter out.